Alright, we're at a place called Sayre Springs. And Mr. Sayre had a store here. And across the wash, over here, there was actually a dance hall and a couple other buildings. All long gone. The store was right here. And the stairs are still here. The cattle tanks weren't here last time I was here, so they're using the water. This is a really cool spot, okay, and the history's pretty cool too, although a little bit sad. But anyway, you can walk right up here any day of the year and have running water. No pump, no windmill, nothing. And we're going to go up and I'll show you where this water comes from. It helps all the critters out, including the local bees, who are taking advantage of it here, along with the butterflies. Yeah, this is part of the store over here. Mr. Sayre was a really nice guy, from what the story said. And he was always willing to help anybody out. He delivered groceries and supplies to the mines in the area. And he'd travel to Wickenburg and get his supplies and come back. Well, one day he was out loading a wagon to haul supplies to one of the local mines here, and everybody heard a loud report from a gun. And they went outside and they found Mr. Sayre had been loading the wagon, and he kept a double-barrel shotgun in the back of that wagon for protection. And apparently when he was loading the wagon, he snagged the trigger on that shotgun, and from what it said, it almost blew him completely in half. They hauled him the 7 miles to Congress trying to save his life, but to no avail. He had blown most of his one side away. And of course, it's messy from people here and stuff. And the water supply, believe it or not, is those rocks up there. When it rains, the water percolates down through these rocks. This is a conglomerate. And the water collects in natural tanks that we're going to walk up and take a look at. I just thought we'd stop and show you guys this. This is really a cool spot. Arizona's got a lot of these really cool spots. So anyway, let's go up and look at the water tanks. Here's the trail up. We're going to walk up and take a look at the tanks. I think you'll find this pretty interesting. And these places are worth remembering when you're out in the desert too. Isn't that right, Bruno? He got a bath down there at the faucet. He's pretty happy. And this is part of an old dwelling, and I doubt very much if it had anything to do with the Sayre family or anything. Looks like it was put here after. There was quite a few people living in these washes back in the 60s and 70s. They just put up ramshackle little houses and live here. Now it's a fire pit. Check this out. You see all the caves. This is volcanic tuft right here, and it is on top of the bedrock. But it's got all these little caverns and caves and cracks in it, so when it rains up above, the water leaches down and ends up here. This is one of them. It's been repaired several times. This one's open. You can see the honeybees are working it. But this stays full year-round. I've never seen it dry, at least in the time I've come up here.
Oh, there's a marker.
And there's 3 graves here. And somebody's redone the marker on this one. And I'm not sure when the graves were put in. There's some history on this stuff available. This one says Rick, and a piece of basalt. Well made. But we're going to go up this trail here, and I'm going to show you the coolest of the 2 tanks. Check this out.
Where is that?
Here's the other tank. Now this is the one where the water comes from. And you can see there's actually trees growing in here, ash trees and whatnot, because there's water. And we're going to walk up here, take a look at these. This is so cool. And These, like I said, these stay full year round. There's enough water contained in these hills after the rains to keep these things full. Check this out. This pipe work was put in probably 100 years ago. And there's another tank right up here. And the trail actually leads up around to the top. And there was always a door on here to keep the critters out. There isn't anymore. You can still see in here. You hear the echo. Echo. But this is a large tank. I don't know if you can see in there or not, but it goes around the corner. It's a pretty good sized tank. A few dead moths in there. And here's the date. 8/7/1926 is the last time this was repaired. So who says you can't find water in the desert, my friends? Like I said, there's another tank up here. But this is Sayre Springs. Like I said, there was a dance hall over there and some other stuff. Pretty cool. And we're going to go back down. Head back to town. Did a little nugget hunting earlier today, so kind of wore out and it's hot. Getting antsy with all this heat, wanting to get out here and spend the whole day, but you just can't do it yet. So anyway, I'm going to sign out here, and I'll talk to you folks soon. Nugget Shooter out.